Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I've received a lot of questions from you guys asking about magic keys. The little keypad that I use that is an amazing tool that helps me to calculate my risk and manage positions when I am trading. You may recognize this little device from my table, and this is actually the old version of magic keys that I've used for years now. Well, I decided to treat myself to the new version of magic keys. Here is Magic Keys version 2. It's just arrived, and in this video I'm going to show you what's in this box, what's included with version 2, how to set it up, and how exactly Magic Keys work. So if you are interested in learning more about Magic Keys, if you're looking for a tool yourself to help you with your trade management, to help you to calculate risks when you are trading, then keep watching this video and make sure that you're subscribed below. So before I jump onto the computer behind me and show you how to use Magic Keys, I'm going to open this little box that I have not opened yet since it arrived because I was sharing this moment just for you. Cool, so we have some little motivational cards in here. Winners always find a way. Patience, passion, persistence, and profit. There's some little downloading software instructions on the card here and some more motivation. Small profits every day lead to massive results down the road. And this is what we have in the box. We have the actual keypad itself, which is wrapped up in this protective cellophane wrap. So that is the new version of Magic Keys. It's actually shifted to a lovely silver colour. And we also have the cable to go with that, just to help charge it up, and a little USB attachment to go into your laptop or computer, which is what actually connects the two together. Now this is really good. I know it might seem so simple having a cable, but the old version of Magic Keys ran on batteries, which you don't really want when you're using that for trading, because if the batteries go in the middle of a trade, then you're pretty stuffed. So this is pretty cool. It attaches to the top here and connects via USB to your laptop or your computer. So let's get this plugged in and let's see how easy this is to set up first and foremost. Okay, so I've clicked on Open Magic Keys. Now as you see, I also have an on-screen version, so it might confuse matters. I'm going to see how easy this is to try to set it up myself before I possibly give up and research some instructions on how to do it. So let's click on Link MT. And I want to link it up to the account I have with the 5%ers. So first I need to find out what this account is called. So I'm going to click on Open Data Folder. So the account that ends in BD4 underneath Terminal is the account I want to link it to. Terminal, there it's BD4. Okay. So let's close that account as instructed and reopen it now. Underneath Expert Advisors, I should have Magic Keys. So I'm going to allow DLL imports. And on my inputs here, I'm just going to edit a few very simple things that I like to change in the parameters. So I like to change the method of calculating risk. I leave it as percentages, but it's defaulted to risking 2% per account. So I'm going to change that to 0.3, which is the amount I like to risk per trade on my account with the 5%ers. And I'm also going to just change these because I don't like the pip counter showing up. I find it quite distracting. For now, I'll leave it as that. Make sure algo trading is ticked. And sometimes in options, you need to also allow DL imports underneath Expert Advisors. So let's do that as well. Oh. Aha, we have it. Now it didn't work at first and I realised it's because it hadn't got any battery. It's brand new. So I've just plugged it into the laptop here. I know that that's charging, but if I click Open Calculator, you can see that it opens up my risk calculator ready to use. So that's Magic Keys set up with my account with the 5%ers, which runs on Metatrader 5. That is my prop firm trading account. So the 5%ers are the prop firm that I trade with. If you are new to my channel, I have created a separate video about them if you want to find out more information about what a prop firm is and why I think the 5%ers are one of the best prop firms out there. However, I'm not really prepared to play around in my live trading account with the 5%ers to be able to test and share what Magic Keys can do. So I'm going to repeat this process and open it up into a demo account. Okay, so here I am in my demo account on Metatrader 4. So I've just linked up Magic Keys. I'm going to just add this to my chart now. So I'm going to tick allow live trading. This looks a little bit differently because this is Metatrader 4 rather than Metatrader 5, but it's the same principles of allowing DL imports, allow live trading, and I'll just change this to risk 1% of my account. I've got a little sad face there because auto trading is not ticked. Once I've ticked that, the face turns green. And let's just load up Euro USD. So I've just opened Euro USD, and as you can see, I've lost my smiley face because Magic Keys only attaches to one chart at a time. So you have to repeat the process when you add new charts to add Magic Keys to the new chart. So I'm going to click Open Calculator. And for testing this out, I'm just going to get in at market. So I'm going to use a 10 pip stop below this area here. And let's look for a 10 pip profit target. So you can use Magic Keys in this way to calculate your risk, because on the bottom here, it says the volume based on current price. So this is changing in real time. So now that's actually increased to 12 pips with a 9 pip target, which is giving us a negative profit loss ratio of 0.8. So you have to be quite quick when you do it in this way at market, but you can see that if you want to risk now 11.7 pips, it tells you here the volume 5.18. So that would be the lot size that you could manually type in and then risk of your account, which is risking 1% of your overall account. That's one way that you can use Magic Keys to open at market, and then you simply just click open trade if you're happy with that. And that will open the trade straight away with the stop loss and the take profit that you set. Now there are some useful features you can do with Magic Keys. So you can choose to close partial positions, you can close half your position, you can close your full position, or you can just close a custom amount, so a set amount of your position, all using this really useful keypad right here. So if I click close half, if you have a look at the size, it's currently 5.14. If I close half, you can see that's just closed half of that position. And I can click close full, and that will just close out the remaining position there. Personally, I don't use Magic Keys in that way. I prefer to use it to just calculate my risk. So the same principle, you click Open Calculator, but there's also a button here at the bottom that says Market Pending. If I click that button, it will add a yellow line here, which would be where you want your order to be. So let's say that we want to go short as price pushes up at 52. I could set the orange line there. Now at the moment we've got a green line above and a red line below, so it's automatically set up for a long. And if I simply just move those around, I drag the red line above and drag the green line below it. I could set a 5 pip stop loss with the red line, and I can also set a profit target. So let's just make that 8 pips. Now what I like about this is it would be a sell limit order, but you can still see the volume there. So we know that we're risking 10 lots, which is 1% of my current account size. It's actually the max lots available because I've got a large demo account for this. Once happy with that, you can then click Open Trade, and you'll see that those lines convert to the dots, and the order is here sitting at the bottom, a sell limit order. That's then been submitted to the Metatrader platform with your broker, and it's customizable as it ordinarily would be with Metatrader. So I can go into it and I can change it here, or I can, from this point, click and drag if I want to change my stop loss. I can also click and hold and drag the entire order and sort of trail price in this way. But after having a play around with Magic Keys, to be honest with you, I'm comparing it now with the older version of Magic Keys I have. In fact, what do you think? The older version is the black one and the silver one is the new version. Now I love the fact that the silver one does plug in rather than take batteries. That's definitely an advantage, a definite win for that. However, looking at the keypads themselves, I don't really see that there's any difference. The silver one is a bit bigger. The keys seem a little bit bigger, a little bit more spaced out, which might make it easier to actually physically use if you want to be able to access those keys quickly whilst you are trading, if you are a scalper in particular. But in terms of the features themselves, The silver one, the newer version, has the same buttons as before, so it's not lost any of those features. And as with it being a newer version, it simply just means that it's going to be newer technology and it's going to be faster than the older one. But in terms of the features themselves, it doesn't actually look like it has any new features. It simply looks like a more upgraded version. What do you think? If you want to have a go with Magic Keys for yourself, I have got a link below in the description. There is either the physical option that you've seen in this video, or they also have an on-screen option that's considerably cheaper, and it's basically just a digital version. I have got a link to that above if you want some more information on that. Meanwhile, if you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel below, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!